Mute the
Doki,
soundboard.
Waku Waku. There you go.
Okay, good. Hey, so to all the people watching, Mist almost had us muted on Discord again.
Shut up.
Doki Doki, Waku
Waku
Waku.
Waku.
I'm not
Oh
seeing
god,
sleep.
you triggered the fucking sleeper agent in me. Mist, start the session before I start singing.
Okay, it started. So last we left off, you guys had decided to go find the Oracle, a woman with great magical prowess that is able to communicate with the gods directly. You went and found an ancient, dilapidated temple dedicated to an unknown god at the time, and eventually, through some trial and tribulations, you were able to rescue the Oracle, but you also encountered one of the old progenitos, Yaldabaoth himself, or themself, I should say. It was a very interesting encounter, but he let you go, forcing you out of his temple.
He would have liquefied my dog, though, had I kept stuttering.
And thus, you guys have gotten a bit of rest, and you have met with Corinth and Aegina about the next plans of attack, what you'll do. What is next to be done is to deal with Marathon before dealing with the Tessaphonians. Two plans were proposed. One was to directly attack the gates of Marathon. The other, to sneak inside and throw open the gates from the inside. Either way, either of these plans will hopefully result in the dragons surrendering, as they do not wish to burn their great city of Marathon to the ground.
Hopefully.
You all agreed upon infiltrating the city, and will be working with Aegina and Tracis to hopefully infiltrate the city from the inside, while Virginia and Corinth and the rest of your companions will go in from the outside. So, last we had left off, you guys had been deciding which characters will go where. I believe we had most of them decided, with everyone here on the left infiltrating and everyone on the right not, staying with Corinth. Monica, you were the one that still needed to decide which character you were going to take. Will it be Fala or will it be Alexandros? As this will be a stealth mission.
Yeah, it was for infiltrating Marathon, right?
Yes.
I'm fairly certain with this, I specifically picked,
Fala for this just because it was going to be a little bit more like stealthy at least for this, and that because if it was that we were actually busting down the gates, I would have picked Alexandros, but we aren't, so I was going with Fala on this one.
Okay. So, with that, you all have been given a couple hours to prepare for the mission, so you are all free to do anything that you needed to do. If anyone had any shopping they needed to do, you should have hopefully done that in between the sessions. If you did not, I'm sorry, I'm not doing any shopping with you right now. We will do that in between sessions. Shopping will be specifically like Fire Emblem in between sessions. If you have any roleplay you would wish to commit, if you want to have anything, any conversations you want to have with each other or with your sidekicks or whatnot before the infiltration, because this will be a very serious and deadly battle that could result in some deaths, depending on how things go.
I do want to inquire about, so Marathon, are they allied with Zendel? Or how is that going?
Zendel is allied with the Tessaphonians.
Does that mean Marathon, by extension, is allied with Zendel?
No, Marathon
No.
is on their own. Marathon is trying Marathon is trying to beat the coalition, the League, as we call it, in hopes of absorbing the rest of the League under their banner and then beating the Tessaphonians.
What a bunch of dipshits. Sorry.
Yeah.
I talked to this to Ryan earlier when we were having lunch. I'll tell this to you guys. Since no one ever asked about it in character, I'll just let you guys know that in the meta. The reason why Cleomenes walked out of the War Council of like forming the League to defeat the Tessaphonians was because the Dragons of Marathon and Cleomenes wanted the Marathon to be at the forefront of the league, that they would be the ones in charge, and that when the war was done, that this league would centralize and form a somewhat united state under Marathon's authority, while the rest of the city-states wanted to be more decentralized and have more of their own autonomy, which Cleomenes and the Dragons disagreed on, and that's why they walked out and betrayed you guys. Is that they want to be the ones controlling Alenia when this war is done.
Good luck with that.
So, what do you guys want to do in the meantime? Well, you guys anything you want to talk to each other about or plan before we begin this infiltration? Your dragon companion, Stateria, knows of a way to infiltrate the city, and she'll be the one guiding you guys to where the infiltration will begin.
Interesting. Or, the dragon's more than proved itself, at least relatively trustworthy so far. So fuck it, we ball.
I'm down for fuck it, we ball.
I got nothing though, Mist. I'm eating, so I'm not all here. I'm trying to shove the food into my face.
When it comes to being unseen and unheard, I have gained a talent for that.
It's a wonderful talent indeed. You saved me on the boat several times, and I just... You heard some things I'm not sure you should have, admittedly.
Still, if we stick close together, strange as it is, I think we're more likely to make it through this than not.
I'm inclined to agree.
What a redundant thing that's just here for flavor because I also have this now.
Can I borrow those? I'm kidding. I'm not sure if I fully expect to get home alive, but this is going to be interesting.
Well, no choice for me but to make it through. So I'll do what I can.
Yeah, your boy will get himself in trouble without you, surely.
I'm sure of that, at least.
Don't take this the wrong way, but would you have any advice for somebody as a parent?
Well, advice of what kind? There's many things I could say.
Mostly child rearing.
Well, the best advice I could give is you are going to run into difficulties, children getting into trouble. All you can do is make sure to show them what to do and what not to. Show them how to, if they get in trouble somehow, how to avoid doing it again. And if they can't avoid it, show them how to defend against it.
Makes enough sense to me. Thank you.
Hopefully that's helpful for whatever purposes you need.
Hopefully. We'll find out in due time, I guess. Well, due time. A couple decades, but you know what I mean.
I wish you all the best when that comes.
Yeah. Thank you. That's all I had in me. Guy who role played while stuffing his face with a pretzel.
Damn, you got pretzels?
Fuck yeah, I got
Sure,
pretzels.
sure
I
they
got
crap.
I got Auntie Anne's on the way home.
I might steal some more pretzel.
Not if you want to be quick. It's going to be gone soon. I'm hungry.
Hi,
For
Hungry. I'm
worms.
Henry.
For worms. Oh god, he actually came running. Well,
Now you
hurry
have
up
to
and
do it.
take some. We have a session to do. We're fighting over fucking pretzels. Just carry on. I'm listening.
All right, since it seems like no one has anything they want to roleplay, we'll just move on. So, eventually, nightfall comes, and the mission begins properly. So, of this group, it is a small group. There is the 5 of you. Ryan and Ed, are you bringing a sidekick along to this?
I am bringing my dog.
Okay. Ryan?
I'm just bringing categories.
Okay. Lady Ariane will not be attending with you. Got it. Okay. Alright, so Agena and Traces will be attending alongside you, alongside Stateria, so it's a very small group. But hopefully with this, the chances of being detected will be much less.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
So, eventually, you guys begin to move your way into Marathon territory. Also, forgot to mention that since you guys saved Ajax from falling, Ajax will be providing a distraction for a lot of the forces of Marathon by making assault raids through the mountains here and then falling back, thus keeping a lot of the forces of Marathon away from their home city and in the mountains, thus leaving the city a bit more open than it would be normally.
Actually, I've been wondering about the scale of this map. How actually big is this region if you had to pick like a US state or a country?
You know how big Greece is?
So it's just the size of Greece?
Like this is like the main side. Like this area is like the size of like mainland Greece, not counting islands and whatnot.
Noted.
But the Tessaphonian area here, this what they have here, this is like
Peak Rome?
this is more like the entirety of like the Midwest, from like stretching from like California to like Iowa.
I see.
It's
Okay.
huge, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
quite a bit.
It's not entirely heavily populated because this area here is the Great Plain, where it's
So it's the Russian thing.
this is a lot of like open plains and steppes area here. It's not heavily populated.
Not like
the more you get
Australia.
down here is where it's more populated, because this is where the Tessaphonians are originally from.
Okay, that makes sense.
But if you want a comparison, like if you look up like the Akhmed Empire or the original Persian Empire, it's similar to that border, like size-wise, for the Tessaphonians. If you want like a historical reference.
Ahmed, wasn't it pronounced? Was it like Akamid or
I
whatever?
have no idea. I've heard different pronunciations for that empire consistently, and I do not know.
According to Wikipedia, it is Achaemenid?
That's probably right, but I cannot remember.
Yeah, that's probably correct, because of course, like the
Oh my
more-
god, that's fucking huge.
Yeah,
Holy
yeah,
It was
shit.
the largest land
it-
empire until Alexander
Yep.
the Great.
Yep, it was the
Wow.
largest empire at the time. Yeah, the Persians knew how to run a state.
Wow. Okay, carry on. I've got my scale in mind now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how large the Tessaphonians are. They're quite huge. So, making your guys' way through the territory of Aegeon into Marathon. Eventually, you guys get closer and closer to the grand city of Marathon. You can see its three great spires standing atop the large city. Marathon is the largest city in the known world, larger than anything the Tessaphonians have built, larger than anything else in Erethdor, as the dragons have put lots of effort into Marathon. Sorry, needed to hydrate. It is well known for its three large spirals made of bronze that tower 200 feet above the city. As you guys can see it from where you are in the woods outside of the city. Is anyone here proficient with history?
Let me check my sheet.
I am.
I am.
I am.
All right. Anyone who is proficient with history would immediately note this upon seeing the three spirals. The three spires are represent the three dragons that helped found Marathon: Lindos, the bronze dragon; Mausolus, the white dragon; and Phidias, the moonstone dragon.
Snazzy.
It's from these three massive spires that the 50 dragons that rule Marathon reside, and you can even see from where you are, you can even see, like, in the distance, little shapes flying to and from these massive spires.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Picture the statue. The Statue of Liberty is about 100 feet tall. Picture that, but an additional 100 feet more, and it's like a giant, like, spire that just sticks up out of the ground. There's three of them alongside each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all made of bronze, so they're very eye-catching compared to the marble city below it. But that's the distraction. Right now, you're focused on following your dragon companion, Stethetaria, and eventually she leads you deeper into the woods. Eventually you come upon a destroyed and forgotten well, a stone well. The stone has crumbled and what was used to cover it has decayed, but the young dragon easily removes that debris away, revealing a large, deep hole. At the bottom of this well is a path we can use to reach the city. I will go first. And you watch
Before that,
Oh,
how sure are you that your brethren don't know about this entrance?
I'm fairly certain.
How much is fairly?
I'll stake my life on it.
This isn't the same route you used to get out of Marathon, is it?
No, I flew out of Marathon.
Then how do you know about this hole?
I do a lot of exploring, especially when I was a wormling. I would explore around Marathon a lot, and I eventually found these ancient tunnels that reside underneath the city. I'm not sure who built them, but it was for some civilization that came before Marathon.
And you never mentioned these holes to anyone, even a friend or a family member?
I mean, I might have mentioned it to, like, a friend one time, maybe. I don't remember.
Which friend?
There was this emerald dragon I was friends with. The name was Strategos, and I mentioned it to them one time.
So there could be dragons down there waiting for us then, for all we know.
Kids get into trouble. I'm sure no one took them
That's
too
why
seriously.
I'm going to go first, and if there's a chance of them being down there, I will let you know.
No, I will go first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He starts
Raises eyebrow.
The well itself is about 60 feet deep, and the walls are cracked and dusted. How do you want to get down the well? This is a skill challenge, everybody.
I'm a goat. I'm just gonna walk down.
Fuck, I don't have Featherfall.
So,
Hmm.
do you guys want to do a initiative and have everyone go by initiative, or do you want to just have it be like whenever someone wants to volunteer, kind of a skill challenge? It's up to you.
And I'll take initiative.
Initiative.
Okay. Everyone roll me
I think
initiative. then.
whenever.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh damn! I have advantage in initiative.
Wow,
We-
that well,
we need to
I got that
talk
out of the
about
way.
initiative.
Good. Get it out of your system.
I think we should
That was
manifest our tokens to have it tied
Yeah,
to the
I'm
turn
doing that right
tracker.
now.
Okay,
I have
gotcha.
it. I have a double I have a double 1 there.
Oh, my
shit!
god. God
Damn.
hated
Oh,
you
boy.
today.
Mhm. It's fine. I'll be welcome at the gates.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing A. That's what I'm missing. And A is 20. All right. Well, since Ryan decided
No.
to volunteer first, we'll let him go first.
No, I'm on the tracker.
You're,
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
you're
no,
you're
I'm
also
here
missing me.
twice.
I'm missing you. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, never mind.
Weird. Well, either way, Ryan decided to go first, so he'll be going first, but then we'll follow initiative after that. All right. So Ryan, we have this great well that is 60 feet deep. The walls are cracked and dusted. How do you want to try to descend down the well?
I'm going to tie a rope to the top of the well.
Okay.
How much rope do I have? Let me look at my inventory. I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay.
So I'm going to descend 50 feet down the well.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, for that last little bit, I'm just going to attempt to jump and stake the landing.
Okay. Do you have a specific skill in mind that you're going to use for this?
Acrobatics.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics roll.
Mhm.
13. All right. Using your goat-like legs, you are able to catch yourself on the wall pretty easily, and you're able to descend down the well and land with no struggle. And eventually, using your skill of descending the well, you're able to help guide people further down the well after you get down. But do you wish to? But landing at the bottom of the well, I will describe what you see. Upon reaching the bottom of the well, you see that an old stone door stands against the northernmost wall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait for everybody else to come down first for anything.
Okay. Once everyone gets, you're easily able to guide everyone down, and everyone lands no problem.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
That's surprising.
That's just how skill challenges are. Usually, if one person succeeds, the rest of the group to succeed as well.
Mhm.
All right. So there's a great stone slab door. Do you want to let anyone else do anything with this door, or are you going to just try to push it open yourself, Categoris?
I'm not gonna push open the stone slab door. That sounds like peasant work.
All right. If you move out of the way, then Stateria will move towards the door, and using her dragon might, she pushes the door open, no problem. Has anyone decided to enter through the door after it's been opened?
I actually plan to cast a spell.
Okay. What do you want to do? Augury. The gem chooses the wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both good and bad results. So this is easy to get any possible side that might change the outcome, such as casting additional spells.
I'm going to
Okay, what's your course of action that you want to take in the next 30 minutes?
Trust. What's the dragon? The platinum dragon's name again?
Stateria.
Trust Ceteria's plan.
How are you casting this spell? What are you doing to? Because it describes you doing some sort of divination ritual. Are you laying? What are you doing in that way?
As we reach the bottom of this well and everyone's moving towards the door, like collecting themselves, Katagaris pulls out a set of.
Because it takes 1 minute to cast this, so this takes a sec. You have to like
Yeah.
wait, tell everyone to wait up while you cast this.
Well, I was gonna catch up with everyone once I finished doing this. I was just gonna be at the bottom of the well while everyone moved ahead, but he literally takes out a collection of like chicken bones and ball bearings and like wine corks
Okay.
from past bottles, and he's asking his question. He's just throwing them into the dirt here at the bottom of the well, and just to interpret the signs.
All right. You get both a wheel and woe.
Hmm. All right, Katagaris is going to keep that to himself, and he's going to catch up with the party.
All right. So, upon entering this stone tunnel, you see that you are in a dark tunnel. Spiderwebs cover the upper parts of the wall, and the floor is slightly damp. The tunnel stretches on into darkness, and those with dark vision can see that the tunnel stretches onward for at least 60 feet. Does everyone push on?
Okay, Monica's up next.
I haven't asked for a skill
Mhm.
check yet, so we're still. I'm just asking as a group in total. Is everyone's okay with moving forward?
I'm going to ask.
I mean,
I'm going to ask our
we
guy
like-
here, like, how far is it to get through this tunnel?
It's gonna take at least a minute. It's a bit of a maze down here. We need to get to at least the first turn.
I see. So you would say it would take under 4 minutes for us to get through this entire segment.
Maybe more?
All right, let's go.
Ed, did you want to say something?
I mean, we should probably light the way, shouldn't we?
I'd just
That's a
stay
good
close to me. I can see no matter how dark it gets.
If anyone wants to light a torch for Ed's character, they could.
I'm just going to set a stick on fire and just carry that around.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so you have a torch lit. All right.
I know it's excessive, but like I need to see.
All right.
What else about
Heading down the tunnel, you eventually come across a fork in the road. You see the remains of skeletons with bits of dark material crammed together in the walls. Stateria then says, "These tunnels used to be used for the ancient catacombs of that civilization that I told you about, but I don't remember which way to go. So, to prevent yourself from getting lost in these tunnels, how do you wish to proceed?"
You don't remember?
I haven't been down here since I was young.
Aren't dragons supposed to have good memories?
I suppose.
Okay. I guess that's my turn to do something. Let's see here.
You
Would
are
be
also
like-
free to pass if you wish to pass to the next person, or someone can seize if they want to seize.
Oh, this is skill
Yeah.
challenge. Okay.
But Ryan,
Would
but Ryan
you-
did the last one, so he cannot see you yet.
Yeah. Would you say it would be a perception check for me to try and see if I can feel like a draft in this in these like caves or like kind of catacombs to see if I can tell like what's like a better way out?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Perception it is then. That's 15.
All right.
As average as it could have been for me.
Proceeding your way through the catacombs, following Fala, believing she has found the way to go, you end up spending about maybe 10-15 minutes more in these catacombs, more likely than you would have liked to. But eventually you do eventually come across a small stone staircase. That is a failure, sadly. So you have about 1 failure of your 3. Coming across this small stone staircase, you see that the stone staircase goes upwards of at least 60 feet. Following the steps, you can see a great stone slab blocking the exit. It's likely that if you were to move this slab, it would make a lot of noise. And the slab it seems to be covered in some sort of ruin, and be covered in ruins. Excuse me.
Okay. Are any of us able to cast silence?
No, but I will say that if we need to stealth past something, I have something we can use to do it really easily.
Mm-mm.
All right. Does anyone wish to Ryan? Actually, if it's okay with you, Ryan, since you did the first one, I'm gonna move ahead to A. If that's okay with you.
I assumed you were just gonna skip me.
So A, this is your turn. Do you have anything you want to do with this stone slab blocking the way? You are free to read. Reading the runes is free. You do not have to roll to read the runes.
Alright, I'd like to try and read the runes.
All right. Are you proficient with the Alenian language?
No, only Illyrian.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not able to read the runes, but you are able to call upon someone else to help you read them if you wish.
Are any of you able to read this?
What
Sadly,
language is that?
no. Elenian.
Is it is it indented, or does it seem indented or graffitied?
It is engraved,
I can do this.
chiseled, if you will.
Myron runs his hands across the text.
All right. Myron, this is tracing your hands along upon this text. This is not text that you are entirely familiar with. This is some sort of old Elenian dialect, but you are able to make out some of the words that you have traced before, and it reads the following. I will need to write this out as I read it.
Is it in Braille?
I mean, you knew how to read back in the day. Before.
I know. It's just funny because it's like, did anyone read this? Blind man. Oh.
Hold on, finishing typing this out. Just because it's a bit of a riddle. All right.
Oh God,
Reading it
riddles.
Reading out, you after reading along the text, you read, "Feather, scale, hair, and skin, far away, deep within. River source and lordly end, praised by some while more defend. On storm and wind and mountain peak, my form is known, but still unique."
Could you post that riddle so I can?
I posted it in the
look at it?
Discord specifically for that, because I knew people would ask.
Resource lordly. given it's a marathon.
Wins?
Now, this is just one way to solve the skill challenge. This is just, if you want to try to solve the riddle, you can. Or, of course, you could just try pushing the slab across if you want, or doing some other way. You can still do a skill challenge on the slab if you do not wish to solve the riddle.
I deeply hate riddles, but I don't want to scuttle the operation just because I hate riddles. My hatred will be curbed today, and today alone.
I have a guess for the riddle.
Well,
What
Andrew,
is-
you're Mr. Puzzle Brain.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm thinking on it right now. Also,
Mm,
Given its location in Marathon, it may be.
yeah, so far I've only got 2 ideas. Either, for this one, more stuck on River Source and Lordly Rain, or Lordly End,
Lordly
thinking
End.
rain like water rain and rain like ruling rain. I don't think that's it, because it doesn't fit with some of it.
And
It's not ring, it's Lordly End.
Oh, Lordly End, okay.
see, I can think of words to throw out there, but I can't think of like how that would help us with the
Yeah.
riddle.
I have a guess.
Yeah.
I think the answer is just a dragon.
Yeah, that was
dragon.
the other thing I was thinking of, is something dragon related.
Yeah, given the like nature of Marathon, I would assume I assume dragon would be one. But my mind also goes to,
Blood?
I was gonna go with the heart, but because I think that well
Her works.
you
Her
could
works too.
you could consider the veins of a person to be the river,
Yeah.
and bloodlines are worshipped and they are unique. I think the note about the source and the end points to the heart. It also is.
I think the I think
but I mean,
I think the other thing that's important is, of course, my form is known but still unique.
Yeah. That kind of ties into like blood, heart, bloodline, that kind of thing.
yeah.
There's also nothing in this realm that is the same as a dragon.
Yeah, but the thing is that like, even with both of these answers, which could fill in the answer to the riddle, what are we supposed to do with a heart or a dragon to get past this room?
Well, if it's a riddle, maybe it's let's assume the riddle magically opens the door, right?
Mhm.
Then you just have to tell what is the riddle talking about. So you'd be like, I am a dragon, or I am a heart. And that probably should open the door.
Yeah, I'd probably go with dragon.
Trebek, what is heart? So
Yeah, I guess fuck it, we ball kind of deal, right?
yeah, I suppose another thing to ask is there some sort of indent that where you can put something in?
No.
See. Now, let me ask our dragon friend. Are you familiar with this path?
I've never heard this riddle before.
I see.
I'm not really one for reading. I like to go out and fly and go through the hills and dig,
Yeah, I'm not one for reading right now either.
chasing deer.
It's very on brand for you. Good for you for sticking to your interests.
Venison isn't particularly good meat, though.
My parent wanted me to study, but I could never sit around and read all those scrolls and whatnot.
When you start talking about the quality of venison meat, Katagaris gives you kind of a snot look.
I actually say something of like the quality of venison is not determinant of the animal, but how you prepare it. You've clearly just had bad meat, or I should say a bad cook.
True enough. Well, you aren't exactly known for cattle when you live at the sea.
Hold on.
It's a fair point. Fair point.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So
Just a reminder: if you want to just give up on the riddle, you are free to just try to push the slab or chisel and break it open or something of the sort.
I think you got it. When you said push, like how dragon can get involved became clear. It's not a push me door, it's a pull me door. A drag me door. And we'd all embarrass ourselves if we tried to like push it with physical strength.
Try it. Fuck it.
I mean, we could
That'd be
at least
fine.
we could at least try answering the riddle first.
Drag my door all the way across your face.
Drag on. Yeah.
All right. I'll try and just say dragon before the tablet.
All right. Is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Okay. Saying that aloud, suddenly the runes glow, and you see as the slab begins to silently scrape aside and reveal the
Silently
city of
scrape.
Marathon to you.
Wait, did I just solve a puzzle in a tabletop game?
Yeah.
Character development.
This is bullshit.
Stepping out from the catacombs, you find yourself standing in the center of Marathon. The three bronze spires towering above you. You can see dragons flying to and from. Lights are scattered about here and there throughout this marble city. The marble of the city almost glistens in the moonlight. But now is not the time to marvel at such architecture. Agena speaks up. We need to be quiet. We need to reach the southern gate. Once there, we need to remove any opposition there. Once the walls are clear, we throw open the gates, and Corinth will lead the first wave into the city. Then, we hold the gate to allow Caranus to lead the second wave into the city. Be careful and be quiet. We're going to break up into two groups. I will take Traces and Stateria. The 5 of you will stay together and make your way there. Should either of us be caught, we need to create distraction and lead the forces away from the southern gate as best we can. Is that understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck. And with that, Traces, and Stateria move down an alleyway and begin to sneak their way throughout the city. So, how do you guys want to go about reaching the southern gate without getting caught?
I have an idea, since I think it's my turn.
It is your turn, Red.
I could cast Disguise Self to make myself look like Dragonborn, and then make it look like I'm taking some people through the city.
Counter offer. I do have this in my inventory.
What's that?
It turns all of us invisible for 4 minutes.
I
For
don't think we're gonna be able to reach this.
2d4
Okay, you know what?
minutes.
So
One day. So will we be able to reach the south gate in 1 to 8 minutes?
This is not a this is a skill challenge. We don't deal with like
Oh, it's 2d4.
the mathematical situation. Is Ryan willing to sacrifice a resource to succeed in this check? Is the question. Like, are you willing to cast a spell to succeed in this situation that's applicable?
I would say that's better
Casting
saved for...
casting a leveled spell is a guaranteed success so long as I find it applicable.
Do you consider my disguised self taking?
You
look
are only
like I'm
disguising
taking-
yourself and not the rest of the party, so that would not work.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, okay. Well, that's my idea.
If you had like a mass disguise self, so like everyone would be disguised, yes, that would work. But it would only be yourself.
Oh.
The dust of disappearance alongside my aura should keep us silent and should keep us silent, so effectively erasing us from perception. We just need to be able to
I'll pass.
avoid bumping into people.
Alright, so you're gonna let Ryan
was my big idea.
seize this then, and let him use his item.
Yeah. That was my big idea.
I mean, it's only a suggestion. If you got anything else, I mean, always
I
say
mean,
the dust.
See,
I could roll stealth, I guess, and try to lead people through alleyways.
That could work.
yeah, you would have advantage because I'm in the party.
Okay. Plus 10 stealth. Don't fail me now. Well,
Yeah,
I
okay.
think I passed.
Nat 20.
Shit.
Alright, Ryan, hold on.
I
to
just
that.
saved you dust of disappearance.
Yeah, Ryan, hold on to that dust.
Yeah, for real.
Alright.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Alright. So yeah. I always forget what's your actual name again? Is it Corbin or is it Thontos? I keep forgetting.
Corbin.
Corbin. Alright. Corbin. Leading
Wait, no. Fuck. Pontus. Shit.
Thontos?
Bonus?
Bonus? Okay.
Fuck. How do I say my name?
Bonus.
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 Bonus. Thank you.
Nolan.
No.
Bonus. Using your skills as befits you as a Odyssean rogue, a very clever individual that you are able to think about the layout of the city, and using that, you are able to easily infiltrate the city with your companions, guiding them through the streets and alleyways of the city, avoiding any guards, lights, or anything that would give you away. And thankfully, no one in the party has heavy armor on, so that doesn't cause any problems either.
I don't even have armor.
And eventually, you guys all eventually reach the southern gate within several minutes with that nat 20. It is a breeze for your guide to get you here. And eventually, you find yourself at the south gate. You finally made it. You see that there's a small retinue of forces at this gate. You could engage them in combat. But there are also alternatives to fighting. What do you want to do? So the question here comes down. This is now a choice between the party. You might either end the skill challenge here, and we will go to a battle map where you guys will engage in combat, or if you want to let Flare or someone else wants to try, you can try to find a way to get around combat by getting this retinue away from the south gate.
I don't think we can get them away from the south gate easily.
I know I can.
I will err on the side of talk our way through, but I will be stepping away. So whether you count me or not is up to you.
I'm more on the side of try and stealth it through and distract them.
I
don't want to go straight to combat. Is the bottom line. I'll be right.
Let's see here. Making a scene elsewhere would give away our own position and compromise the mission. So that one's out of it. I think our best option would be if we stayed hidden and Peritas, if the best option if we wanted to distract the guard would be to use Peritas, but I don't know if Peritas could get everyone out of there. A dog broke wind down the lane. I don't know if that is like distract the whole like guard troop. You know?
I could distract the whole guard troop. Then the
Yes,
rest of
but
you could handle it.
your actions would like your ability to distract the guard is again in that compromises the mission kind of way, because this isn't one wave we have to deal with. There are 2 waves of this. So even if we distract them temporarily, it will come to blows at some point.
It doesn't need to be temporarily. Like if I get the guards' attention, like I run off into the city, they're gone because they're after me.
Yes. I think that ultimately it comes down to combat, but we can make it like a combat that is very in our favor for maintaining this element of surprise and stealth. Because I can use my Channel Divinity Lost Voice in order to make it so that way none of those guards can like shout or speak or make a sound.
Only if we defeat him in 10 rounds.
I think we can do that. I want to say we can.
I'm also.
How many
I don't really-
is in the regiment?
There's a good handful of individuals in this area. I would say there is about... There's at least 16 individuals.
16.
And 16 are not going to fit within 30 feet.
Also, at this point, Agena, Stateria, and Traces catch up to you, staying in the shadows with you guys. In among the retinue of the Southern Gate, you do actually see someone you recognize. You actually see Demartus, the commander who Cleomenes ordered to attack the camp a couple of weeks ago, that you defeated, and he retreated using a teleportation crystal.
I see.
And there's just one group of them, miss? There's 2 groups of them.
There's 17 individuals. Sorry, not 17, fucking like 12, like 15 individuals, plus Demartus.
Bro,
Well, that's easy. I can.
people are.
I could. If you guys want to get the gate, I will draw them away.
One more time to have the exact number for Flare, because he's getting a little... Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, if you're counting Demartus.
Okay, so.
So there are 17 individuals plus their commander.
See, I don't think we can isolate. Like. I don't think that there is a scene that we can make that will get all. Like, 16 out.
I think there is. I only need to get a few of them. If I get a few of them following me, the rest will follow after as well.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, you'll
If
know
they-
if we try.
If they delegate, like. Go and kill him. He is in our city. Then that is a small force dedicated to that.
But we don't know that's what's going to happen.
But like I don't think we can bank on a single distraction isolating all of them, and we still will need to deal with the commander in the end.
Well, that doesn't mean we should just kill everyone off the bat because something might not work.
We might seem to put it to a vote. I believe... I think A, Ed, and Monica all left. Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to
No, I'm
I'm-
here.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like what ways we can like what ways could like deal with all of them. The fact that there's a commander is like a bit more. Let's see here. We do have an element to surprise right now, and that we could use a fog cloud. I can cast it silently, so they wouldn't be able to track it.
So we're
And
trying to
that
open.
would-
We're trying to open the gate right now, right?
Yes, the forces.
Where is it? Where is the lever for the gate? Is it inside a gatehouse or anything like that?
You can see that this is like it's like ancient Greece. Like there's just like big doors. You gotta push them open.
So
But-
I think that a combination of Fog Cloud and Lost Voice, if I used my Quicken spell in order to do them both in a single action, like I think that could like really fuck them up, because then like they can't see and they can't call out to each other in order to, or make noise in order to identify where they are.
I'm just not convinced they're all standing within 30 feet of each other that you could just silence all of them. And if even some of them are making a commotion, that's going to alert everybody else that there's a commotion going on.
Yeah. Also, I'm seeing now that it's within 30 feet of me. I could like go invisible and do that.
But then you lose the invisibility the second.
You get if you're
attack
doing this
someone.
as a skill challenge, you only get the one thing to do. You don't get a second like spell. It would then.
Oh, we're doing
it
a
would-
skill
it would-
challenge?
And
We're still in the skill challenge. Here.
yeah, we're still in the skill challenge, so that's why I was thinking like what resource could I burn in order to make something happen? And I thought
you can
Lost
use-
Voice would be like a solid option.
Well, I actually think Fog
But-
Cloud's a solid option there, because if you can spend a spell to make something happen, spend Fog Cloud to sneak up to the doors and like unlock them.
I think that I don't know though, is the Fog Cloud better than Greater Invisibility? Because if it is just Myron goes up to the gates and opens them up to let the dogs in, then Fog Cloud raises the alarm because like, oh, a wizard has created a fog. Meanwhile, the invisible man, who also has no footsteps, like pushes the gate open. At the end of the day, the gate opens.
I think Greater Invisibility or Fog Cloud would work for this. Because if they're outside the gate right now fighting, right?
They are not outside the
And-
gate yet. You don't hear any fighting yet. They're waiting for the gates to be open first before they assault. But if a fight
Well,
breaks
even-
out inside,
even
they
so-
will charge.
If the gate just opens, right?
Mhm.
Then they'll see the gate open. They can just go, "Fuck it, we ball," and they can just charge the gate, and then we just have to keep it open.
Yeah.
And in your character's case, your character would be perfectly situated and skilled to fuck anybody up that tries to close the gate.
Yeah. So it's a level 4 spell slot. I also have like there's no vocal components because of Signcaster. There's no footsteps because of the Boots of Elvenkind. I
Is that
cease to be entirely. So I think I'm gonna go with casting greater invisibility.
All right, what's the situation? I'm back.
I am going to cast greater invisibility and like force the gate open because like there are people on the other side that will start flowing in. If we're going to fight, there's going to be a commotion anyways, I figure. We need
Right.
the art. But I would like to confer with like the rest of the group that do we have it? Can you confirm that like Corinth's troops are up the gate right now?
They're not outside the gate. They're in the woods waiting for the gates to either be thrown open or you guys get into a fight and that you guys need to like. You have Agena has a horn that she can blow that will tell Corinth to charge, and then he'll assault the gates to help gives you guys some levity.
Yeah. I think that like let's see here.
I can get the gate. I can get the gate open before the combat breaks out, but the combat's going to break out because they're going to see the gate open. They won't know where I am, but like they'll probably have a pretty good idea that he's at the gate.
But yeah, but you are right. They'd have to do a perception check to find you, and they'd have disadvantage. And that would give us plenty of time to move in and start distracting them by kicking their ass.
Yeah.
And then you get advantage on your first attack on whoever you decide to hit first because you'd be invisible.
All right. Greater invisibility doesn't seem to wear off when I hit someone either, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, that's scary.
So yeah, the invisible man is going to open up the gate. I think that's the plan.
Yes, the greater visibility does not end. You have it for the entire duration of the spell.
God damn, that's why it's greater, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. All right.
I always
we're
wondered
going
what the
for it.
benefit was of it. And that tells me right there.
Well, there's your answer, ain't it?
Myra does his hand signs and then just marches to the gate. As far as you're aware, maybe he cast that blink spell that he did back at the boat that like phased him out of reality. He didn't say what he was doing.
Bro just vanished, and it's like, well, I guess he has a plan.
And I just I would confer. I'm going to go open the gate. Watch for when it opens.
So, what exactly is the mechanism here?
Just a gate, you just open it.
Use the big
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is ancient.
Which is really
This
funny.
is ancient Greek.
It's really funny because the gate is going to just start opening, and they'll be like, they're not going to hear anyone touch it or walk up to it. They're not going to see anyone.
Yeah.
Not, it's just going to just literally start opening on its own.
Gate opens on its own.
The gods have sided against us.
Okay.
If any of us speak the language, we should probably yell the gods have sided against you and motion at the door.
My line is ended. I used to have
fuck it.
I used to have a mod that made play that clip every time my ruler died in E4. My line is ended.
Okay. Ed, did you ever extinguish your torch, or do you still have it?
Once we hit daylight, I put it out.
It's still nighttime.
Oh, then, I mean, once we left the tunnel, I would have gotten rid of it, yeah.
Okay. I'm just double checking while I'm setting up the combat map here. Alright, let me remove all this. Since player spent that spell, that is a guaranteed success. You guys have passed the skill challenge.
Woo!
Yippee!
You guys watch as suddenly, out of nowhere, the large gates begin to get pushed open to the southern gate, and you hear many of the guards start to shout, "The gates are being opened! What's happening? Close them, you fools! Close them!" And suddenly, as the doors begin to open up, you can hear a charge coming from outside the gates as your men begin to charge.
Hell yeah.
I need everyone to roll a combat initiative now.
Wow! Wait, I'm supposed to have advantage on initiative.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, you rolled a 7.
Yeah, because you don't have dark
there.
vision. No one has there's no torches up right now.
Uh-oh.
Also, my other character's on the board for some reason.
Also, Parasos is here twice.
Not to be strict or anything.
I think Roll20 might be freaking out because I saw a double of myself earlier when Mist did a thing, but he didn't see my initial roll, I don't think, on the tracker.
Whack.
I would suggest reloading.
Thanks. I didn't think zero dark vision meant that you literally see nothing.
There you go,
Oh,
Ryan.
there we go.
That's what you get.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm back.
We're rolling initiative. The bloodbath is
Combat.
beginning soon.
Flare has opened the gates as he spent a level 4 spell to cast Greater Invisibility to sneak open to the gates and throw them open.
Okay.
Your soldiers are beginning to charge to the gate to get into the gate, but the defenders are still around, so they'll need to be dealt with.
Damn, that was a fairly okay initiative roll.
I give myself the ninja mark so you know that I'm invisible.
Yeah, and Flare's still invisible.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Katagaris, you're first.
Oh snap! Good thing I cannot see. 5, 10. 15.
Okay, hold on. I'll place a. There should be like a torch like here, and like here.
Oh wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
I don't think like all guards could like do a good job guarding if there was no light or.
Yeah, surely they have like a
Anything with-
lantern or something.
Lanterns aren't a thing.
Huh.
They just have torches.
Let's go. 30-foot cube. That's not a cube.
Make sure to measure either like in a straight line when you're measuring your cubes and squares. Circles, I mean. Yeah, there you go.
All right. I'm gonna take a step back, and then I'm gonna do that
Okay.
outside of it. We're going to cast over basically everyone in the square. I am sorry, Flare. I apologize. I hope you make it.
Oh, this one isn't terror. This one's pretty bad for me, but
Hypnotic pattern is one of my favorite spells for
All right.
bards.
Wisdom saving throws. I'm going to do a mass roll for the guys because there's just a lot of guys to roll. They all fail. The commander succeeds. Flare.
give me a moment. All right, let's see here. Is there a global save modifier I can add?
What?
I don't think we have a paladin in the party.
No.
So unless you have like
Well, the thing is that he's the
Do
paladin.
you have your aura? If you do,
Oh.
you get your charisma mod to your roll.
Yep. I do have an aura.
oh, bang.
Or maxing.
So just go ahead and roll, and then we'll add your charisma mod.
All right, let's
Ironically, even if you fail, you're okay because you're invisible. You'll just be stunned while invisible.
I mean, it's just
Alright.
he's charmed.
What a
Oh, well, charmed, you're incapacitated and speed is 0. I see. Yeah, so you would just be incapacitated. Your speed, I don't think your spell drops if you're incapacitated. Let me double check on that.
I don't think so either. I think he would just be like stuck in place while invisible.
just T
Actual-
posing, but no one can see him, so it
You
doesn't
can't-
actually
yeah,
matter.
you just can't take actions or reactions. It doesn't say anything about your spells being ended. I don't.
That's hilarious.
okay. Plus 5 to that. I pass.
Cool.
Yeah, you passed it.
He's fine.
You're just built different.
All right, yeah, you're fine. Okay. So
Paladins and their bonkers ass saves.
incapacitated, incapacitated, incapacitated,
I like this spell.
incapacitated.
Hypnotic pattern is a certified
the
hood
guys
classic.
the guys on the
bards.
wall, they are also incapacitated. Everyone is incapacitated except for the commander.
Our army's about to walk up and just find all the soldiers just going, "Ooh, pretty colors."
We're about to make a lot of orphans, aren't we?
You've already done
You haven't
that.
already.
Don't think about it like that.
It's a little hard not
Okay,
to.
Myron, your turn. You
All
watch,
right.
you watch as you shake off that hypnotic pattern. You see that a bunch of the guards have just like gone like bleh.
To be honest, when it's a hypnotic pattern, like, I can't see it already. I didn't see shit.
Well, your blind sight allows you to see at least some of the guys.
Yeah, but let's see. I'm going to quicken spell, blink.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yo, I'm getting the fucking setup in here. So let's see, what looks like. What's the fucking blink icon look like?
I'll just give you purple.
Yeah, and then this one right here is the commander.
That is,
Is it?
yes, that is the Martis.
He's the only-
you recognize him.
The only person who still has his mind.
All right,
Man, what are you doing?
And-
The gates! He does not even see you approach or hear you.
He's actually a menace. Greater visibility plus boost of Ovenkheim is an actual menace.
let's
We're gonna
see
get crushed
here.
like a grape.
He might. Or
Yeah,
he might
well,
become a.
Let's see.
Or he might become like pincushion whenever it hits my turn.
All right.
Imagine the cloaked elites from Halo, but they don't make noise and you can't see their outline.
Oh god.
You have no Halo radar telling you that there's cloaked figures nearby.
All right. I don't think that hits.
That is a miss.
Danger close.
Damn.
That is also a
Ooh.
miss.
Ooh.
And yet he doesn't know that anyone just missed hitting him.
Yep.
Freaking wild.
That is 3 bad rolls in a row.
Yeah,
I
sadly,
thought,
you do not go to the ethereal plane.
Yeah,
I thought
but it's fine. He doesn't fucking know.
I thought invisibility goes away whenever you attack.
He has
or
Not
is it
greater
slightly
invisibility.
different? Okay, then yeah, that's different then.
All right, Stateria. She comes right over here to help flank. She flies on over.
I feel like I'm getting
bite.
bonuses for some reason.
Claw. 16.
I think 2 of those hit.
9. And that last one misses.
This dude literally was like, huh, that was a weird breeze. Oh shit, a dragon.
Oh shit,
Sateria,
dragon. Oh wait, no. Oh
How
shit,
did you
the
get
gate.
inside
Oh,
the
sh-
city? Vala. Or Agena. What's the dex mod, Monica?
Mine should be a +5 if I remember
Right, you're first.
correctly. Yeah, it's +5. So yeah, it is my turn. So let's go. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you
get,
see
like-
Damar just like trying to fumble for his horn as he's getting attacked by Stateria.
Okay, yeah. Well, if he's right there, time to really make things very bad for him. It's first round of combat for me, which means bow gives me advantage. And then I also took this. So yeah.
All right.
So first attack.
That's a
Let's
hit.
see. I'm going to re-roll the 14.
Well, you
let's
roll
see
this
if
with
it's
advantage, so
anything-
you're rolling your second roll with, in the second one.
Yeah, but the thing with Elven accuracy is I choose then the re-roll one, so I could turn that 14 to a crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which it does not. It's the same roll.
Mhm.
So
Fuck
so still 22, which still hits. So there's that with the 14 piercing,
Okay.
and then for the
Second attack.
second attack. That also still has advantage because of that. That's a crit,
That's a crit.
Crit.
and
Plus
that's
18. Woo!
Yep. So because of Piercer plus Way of Tomoe, I roll 3d8 on crits.
All right. He's still standing.
Okay, let's just pop that that let's pop that action surge just to do 2 more attacks because I still have advantage in this round, just to make it extra painful. There's a 15. That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Next hit is 28.
That's a hit.
Sadly, not a crit because how the crit dice work. As 14.
14.
Another 14.
He watches this last arrow pierces his upper arm, and he stumbles backwards. Ugh! I can't fall. Not here. I have to make my retreat.
Oh my god.
You win this time. And with that, he disappears with his crystal.
Of course.
Freaking bastard.
I'm surprised he like was able to ready up an action.
It's not an action. It's a reaction.
No, he had a reaction. We have to make him
Listen.
consume his reaction.
Mislearned from the dragon dog encounter.
Okay, but yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Agena comes chart. All right, she's just gonna
Oh my fucking
time
god.
to cut them down.
Kill
Oh,
every
these
last
guys have
one of them.
hypnotic pattern. It's not fair.
They're dead.
You gotta kill him in one
The
turn.
first
though.
attack
What
killed
was
him
it?
actually, so yeah. Then she moves to here. Second attack hits for 10 damage, killing this guy. So she just cuts down these 2 guys, 1 in a row. Ed,
Jesus. Okay.
If you can kill them in one turn, then it doesn't matter if they lose.
Oh wait, my sheet didn't reopen after I refreshed. 1 second.
yeah, because if they get hit, the hypnotic pattern ends. But if you do enough damage to kill them, it does not matter.
Wait a second. Dog initiative didn't happen.
Get that dog in there.
Just
You got that.
shove him at the bottom of turn order. There we go.
There we go.
That's where he belongs.
Oh,
This
I
is my
I
most
forgot to roll traces.
successful. This is like the most successful debilitation spell ever cast.
Yeah. Hypnotic pattern fucks. That's 1, 2, 4. Oh my god. 5, 6.
Traces just makes me want to play a warlock genie again a genie warlock again every fucking time I see him.
Right. How far can I throw a spear? Uh, 2060. That'll be with disadvantage. So these will both be with disadvantage, I think. But I'll fucking try.
15
It was
hits.
a 15 hits. Very nice. That's the bottom one. For 9 damage.
All right, that's done. All right, that's a hit.
If they're charmed, do I hit with advantage?
No.
Or... No?
Incapacitation does not give you advantage. It just means they can't attack or make actions or reactions.
Oh, wait, let me see if this works. Can I do this? No, that's a... This counts as, like, what, a ranged melee attack?
This is
How does this count?
if you're throwing it,
Yeah.
you're throwing that is a
Yeah,
that's just a range.
range.
That is just a throwing weapon attack.
Yeah, which is technically ranged, but doesn't have all the other benefits that ranged would have.
I have something here. There has to be something I can do to try and smoke this idiot. I know I had unability. I just need to find it. Sorry.
I mean, you have that ability. That's only with a melee attack, though, so it doesn't count. So
yeah, exactly.
I think you might just be out of options here, champ. I think his hypnotic pattern comes to an end, and he's going to be free from that.
Efficiency, steady aim.
I will say that
Okay.
Traces here, not Traces, he left his horn behind when he teleported, so that alert horn fell to the ground.
Well, here's the thing, Ed. Even if your turn ends, A can still. All A has to do is 1 damage to this guy, probably, and he's dead around there, and then we'd still have everyone hypnotized.
Yeah, because these guys don't get to remake their save rolls. It just goes until the spell either ends or they take damage or someone tries to break them out of it.
Sure enough. Carry on.
All right, A.
All right.
After your turn A, I'll have Traces go. 'Cause
Okay.
He didn't take his turn.
I have to get out of the shadows.
The shadows.
We must leave the
Shadows.
shadows.
That's 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Whoa. It's 20 here. 25. What was the guy that you were pointing at? Because I couldn't see.
This one here.
He's right here.
The guy to
Yeah.
the south. Of me.
Right.
He has like 1 to 2 hit points left, somewhere around there.
All right. Ba 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 ba. I am going to cast at level 4 Melf's Minute Meteors.
Ooh. I love that spell.
Okay.
Is a very fun spell. So that gives me 8 little meteors around me.
All right. I'm gonna turn one of your little like token colors into 8, so you remember. So if you click on your token, you'll see it
Thank
says
you.
8 there in the blue circle.
No, I don't see it.
When you click on your
Oh,
token.
yes, now I do.
Yeah, when you
Yep.
click on your token.
All right, and first turn I can. Just double checking something on it. All right, I'll expend one of the orbs towards him, so like directly on him, so that'll be a 2d6.
He needs to make a dex saving throw first.
Oh, right, he has to do the dex savings throw.
He failed. 2d6, please.
All right, 2d6. Explode.
He's dead. That is his max HP. That was his max HP. The meteor goes towards him, and
Oh.
explodes, and knocks him on his back, and he's dead.
Bro survived a spear through the shoulder just to get killed by a meteor strike.
Yeah, I think
You.
that thing went rippling towards him and like exploded as it pierced like through his skin.
Fucking wild. All right, you also get one. Make a dex save.
It's only on bonus action now. You can only do. Oh, you can spend 1 or 2. Okay.
No. Yeah, I can do 1 or 2, and on the turn that I cast it, that's just using my action.
Yeah,
On
you-
subsequent turns, it's a bonus.
Okay. All right. Who's the other one?
Over here.
All right. Dex save. He rolled an 18. He succeeded.
All right, well, he gets to live today. And since I cast a spell, I want to All right, I'll want to Blossoming Step. Oh, I'm gonna go. Just go in front of him here. Da-da-da. Oh, no, wait, no. Never mind, I cannot do that, because he succeeded the saving throw. But Alright, go back here. Instead, I'm going to Fortify.
Okay.
Right, and then... Still make bonus actions, so I have... If I moved 30 feet... wait, what's this here? Because I can barely see
That's
it.
the Terria.
Oh, okay. In that case, that'll be my turn for now.
Okay. All right. Traces will go now. He'll move up to here, go to here, and elemental burst on that guy. That's a miss, I believe. That's a miss. Also a miss. Wow, great job, Traces. Okay.
He's doing his best.
All right. They're all incapacitated. They can't do anything. All right. The dog.
Go, my Scheithund. Rip someone's neck out.
I like the way you said shite on there. That sounded, I like a really nice ring to it.
Thank Andy for that.
Scheithund.
Das ist ein Scheißhund.
Thank you, dear.
I dig it.
Cutting action. I can dash as a bonus action, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can move 8 normally. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Going to try to maul this man.
Okay.
So
That's a miss.
how does grapple work? Oh. An attempt was made.
Bro's stumbling around the pretty colors so much the dog just straight bit air.
He's doing his best. Carry on.
He's doing the soldier's doing the Sokka cactus dance.
All right, Khadgar, it's your turn.
Great.
Oh,
I'm
never mind.
still
That's next
on.
turn. I'm thinking of.
Hold on. Thank you. There we go. Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna pick up the horn. Do I succeed in picking up the horn?
Sure.
Okay. I'm then going to. What to do? Where's the gate at?
It is here.
So can I see out of it from where I'm standing?
Yes,
How close are the reinforcements?
they're on their way. They get to move on initiative count 20. They're going to be moving here soon.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna shoot this guy with my bow. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave something up to fate. Roll 1d2. I blow the horn.
Okay.
Huh?
You all just
What?
watch as Khadgar's blows the reinforcement horn.
What are you doing?
Making this a song for the heroic tales of the future. Things are going a little too easy.
Oh.
Motherfucker really be asking to be OTK'd.
Okay. All right, initiative count 20.
Let me just.
The soldiers begin to move up. They're going to dash to here. They're going to dash to here. Suddenly, you guys see a fireball explode on the walls of the gate here, and a bunch of guys just up on the wall here die.
Good job, fucking numbnuts.
Oof.
Okay, where'd that fireball detonate?
That would be from the mage that one of your mages on your side. You saw you
Hmm.
can see him through the gate, the doors that are open. You saw him walk up, throw a fireball at the top of the gate, and it just combusted, killing all the guys on top of the walls.
Okay. Okay, I thought it was an enemy mage that threw a fireball, and I'm like, okay, where's the fucking radius
No,
on,
no,
on
no.
this
This was
motherfucker?
your ally.
Okay.
Good.
At this point,
I was
I'm
worried
just gonna
for a
remove. I'm
second
just gonna
there.
remove this. Let me just. There we go.
I was worried for a second there. I was like, oh well, bro blew reinforcement horn, and now we lost half our dudes.
I gave my character a personality trait where he's trying to aggrandize himself. And we were kicking ass so hard on this gate that I was like, he has the chance to make this a better story. Would
Yeah,
he take
Oh,
it?
he's doing a good job with it.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
And do you have dark vision?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, just double checking. Hey, you don't have dark vision either, do you?
I do not.
Okay, just double checking. All right, Myron, it's your turn. There's a guy down here, and there's a guy over here.
All right, let's start with this one.
That is. Why is there advantage? Oh, sorry, you're invisible.
I'm invisible.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 damage. Okay.
All right, and another. Damn.
That's a miss. And he is no longer under hypnotic pattern. He's
I
free.
will use quickened spell in order to get him with a shocking grasp. Is he where I'm invisible?
Okay.
Seize up and die.
Yeah, no, he's dead. Roll me a d20 now for your blink.
Yep.
All right, there you go.
I'm out.
Pop. All right. Stateria will fly over here to this guy and bite. Claw. That first one, he's dead. All right. That's all the enemies on the map currently. Traces will pass his turn. Fala, what do you want to do?
Oh boy. There's no one else here.
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
The commander retreated. The soldiers on the walls got blown up by a fireball. You guys killed anyone down here. But Katagars did blow the reinforcement horn.
I guess where the I guess I would move up a little bit more closer to the group, and I would set up more for in case if what's it called, whenever reinforcements show up, which could be anywhere really.
Okay. You're just going to hold your turn?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Gina is going to pass her turn. Ed, do you wish to pass your turn, hold, or what do you want to do?
I'm going to retrieve my spear from this guy. 5. Retrieve my spear.
Okay.
And stance up, I guess.
Okay. Hey, do you wish to pass your turn, or are you going to stay where you are?
I guess stay where I am.
Okay. Suddenly, out of nowhere from the sky, coming through the clouds, a loud thud crashes into the ground over here, creating a dust. And standing from it is a large emerald dragon. And it lets out a roar. Okay.
By itself, dog pilot.
Oop, wrong one. Cone. All right, Cone. I need a intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, that's fun.
As it lets out an interesting breath.
Do I get anything from the paladin here?
You have to be within 10 feet of him, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Oh, I get a bonus. Yippee! What's my bonus?
Your bonus is 5.
Yay!
That's still not
that's
one,
a
though.
12. Oh.
Okay. All right, let me roll some of these soldiers here. Intelligence. Failure. Agena. Oh, that's also a failure. Ouch. All right, and all failures. You're taking 35 psychic damage.
Nice.
Let me see if there's something I can do about that.
Yeah, it's intelligence throw, so evasion doesn't work on this.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's only Dex.
There we go. Let me just.
Is this a magic attack?
No, it's a breath weapon.
No, never mind. I'm thinking of spells. Never mind. We're good.
What's the damage? Minus 11, miss.
It is 30. It is 35 damage.
So it's 24 damage then.
This guy's dead. This guy's dead. And this guy's dead.
That is one of my seals.
Also,
Breakout goes.
everyone who failed, you need to roll a d6 on your next attack roll or ability check, and reduce the total by the number rolled.
Oh boy.
All right, the dragon's turn is complete. Those of you who held your turn, which would be you, and you may act now.
All right.
We'll start from initiative total, so that will be Fala first.
Okay. Well. well. Fighting spirit.
That's your fighting style, you goober.
Oh, that's fighting style. Whoops, wrong one. I misread. I misread. There we go. Fighting spirit. I have 5 temp HP, and I have advantage on my next attacks. Yeah. That's a 23. Does that hit?
That's a hit.
That's a 11.
Okay.
11.
Next one. It's a 16. I'm gonna Elven Accuracy that just so that I can re-roll that. So let's do that. It's a nat 20.
Scroll up, I guess. You could scroll up to where you got your last nat 20 and then click that button.
Yeah.
Like that.
There we go. That's another. Oh wait,
14 and
Well-
18.
Yeah, that's 32. So damage total is 11 plus 32. That's 43.
Are you action surging?
Well, I used my action surge. All the rest would be using my my focus points or for dragon surge. Which, granted, I have 13. Let's just make sure this dragon doesn't exist, or at least doesn't last too long in the fight. There's another crit. That's
13 and 10.
23.
Okay. Anything else?
Next shot, because it's action surge. That's
20.
it's a
Roll damage.
20. Okay. I'm gonna use Piercer on that. Maybe I'll get some higher than that 11. That's nope, it's the same thing. 11.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm gonna use my movement and the movement from Dragon Surge to get a little bit back here. There we go. A little bit farther away.
All right.
That's my turn.
The dragon's looking a little bloodied. It's your turn.
Well then, I don't see a dragon. I need to refresh.
You just can't see it because of your vision. It's kind of dark. You need to move this way. Do you know how much movement you got left? Did you use all your movement when you went to pick up your spear?
I did not. Let me just.
I think you did. That was 30.
No, I did diagonal here.
Has the turn order not moved?
More like
Yes,
so.
we are not.
That's not
They held their action.
Okay.
So yes, I can move a whole 5 feet. Oh, there it is. Huh. Huh.
Yeah, since you can just barely make it out, any range attacks you roll against it will have disadvantage until you get closer.
What actions do I have in this weird held turn case?
Spells. You have all your actions. It's just you have your actions to use. What do you want to do? Do you want to cast a spell? Do you want to throw something?
Oh, wait, I can use my bonus action to move forward. One more. Alright. Bonus action dash. Now I'm here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can nuke it.
Well, you won't get attack. You won't get actions. You won't get a sneak attack on it. You have no allies around you, sadly.
Can I backpedal that bonus action dash?
You got me a game on Steam today, so I will allow it.
Oh shit! And remember, everyone, bribe your GM.
Absolutely, Private GM. This is something I learned a while ago. I'm going to use Clever as the Gods instead.
Okay.
As my bonus action.
Okay. Make a
24.
creature's insight. Okay. Insight is wisdom, correct?
I believe. Yes, it is.
He failed. Everyone now has initiative on him.
Advantage.
Oh boy.
Sorry, advantage. My bad.
And for my action, I'm just going to throw 2 regular spears at it.
All right. Since you are still in the dark, still far away from him, it's a little dark. I'm gonna say this is just
8
neutral.
and a 12. Oh,
8 and a 12. That is both a miss.
Okay, don't care. They're
Okay.
just spears.
All
That's
right.
my turn.
Hey, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Let's see.
You didn't use your movement or your action, so you still have everything to use.
Did not. Okay, first course of action, I'm going to shoot 2 meteors at the dragon, so 2 dex saves, please.
Two dex saves coming up. Uh, 17 and 10.
Alright, so one of those is hitting for full damage, and one is hitting for half. So the first one and the second.
Okay. And 4. Okay. Alright. Anything else?
Right. Yes. Take that. Then for action proper, I will hit with the bow twice, and since I have advantage, I also get to use sneak attack. That's the first hit. And that is a fucking 20. And sneak attack damage.
7, 3, and 15. Okay.
Alright, and
Does
second
sneak
attack.
go off on crits?
Oh fuck! Huh?
Does sneak attack go off on crits? Is it like if you crit, is that allow sneak attack?
Let me see.
You don't need advantage on attack roll for other enemies within. Yeah, you don't have advantage, so you did not get sneak attack on that.
Oh, I thought we had advantage on the dragon.
Oh, you're right, because
it's-
you're right.
yeah.
Yes, you do. My bad.
Okay.
All right, so go and roll your next attack roll.
Alright, I just did. And that's
Well, I
the
mean, roll your damage. I mean, yeah, there we go. All right.
Alright, and then
No, you only get the one.
and we'll get one? Okay. Alright, there you go. And
Okay, this dragon's looking
how's
pretty
he looking?
messed up. This guy's looking horrible after that. Jiminy Christmas, calm the fuck down.
No.
Alright, Paratos, sweet.
Get back here a little bit.
Okay,
There we
all
go.
the soldiers
That's
are
my turn.
Dead. Paratos.
Paratos, sweet.
Paratos, you
Go.
got it.
Go, my Shaitun.
I swear to God,
I believe in
if
you.
another dragon goes down because of Paratos, what the fuck?
The dragon killer.
Dragon Slayer.
Okay, can
The
Pack
goodest
Pack-
of boy.
Pack-
Paratos.
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 Come on, baby.
He also has the grappler
Yeah.
feat if you want to use that as well.
Bite him. No, bite him. Get him.
Is there any fun things he can do right now? Evasion.
Oh wait. Fuck,
Wait.
I forgot.
His bite prone.
Fortify.
Okay.
That thing that I had active.
Okay.
So that should be
I guess I had another
Uh,
2d4.
That's
I think
just,
that's a
that's an attack roll. It's not a damage roll.
What?
So all your attacks hit. It doesn't matter. You got crits, so
Okay.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Okay, I misread that. Okay, that's fine, never mind.
Paratos.
Paratos.
Coordinated strike. Da-da-da-da.
I just want Paratos to rip out another dragon's Achilles tendon and kill it.
Specifically
Fuck
the
it.
Achilles tendon.
Go, my hound.
Yeah!
Two hits.
22?
I need to make a, I need
16
to make a
hits.
strength
Oh,
save.
22.
Hold on.
Come on. Come on, dog.
He beat the DC, so he's not prone.
Oh,
Damn.
Drake takes 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Fight.
Does he do it?
Nope.
Oh.
He has an extra attack, doesn't he?
Nope.
No.
He has the expert sidekick. He does not get extra
Okay.
attack.
Damn.
He's the dragon killer in my heart.
He is. He's the dragon killer of my soul.
Yep. And he doesn't get sneak.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever gets sneak attack. Sadly.
How much health does Paratos have?
Who's next?
37.
Hey, Categoris.
I mean, 49. He has
Categoris.
49 health.
Paratos does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Ryan, coordinated strike. There you go.
You have no idea what I'm about to do.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be funny.
Okay, so how that works, Ed, is that, so you missed a part to this, Ed. So Paratos is using the help action at range to you, Ed, Ryan. So now you have advantage on whatever on your next attack roll or whatever roll you do next.
Okay.
And then if you do use your help, then if you attack a creature within 30 feet away from the sidekick can then deal an extra 2d6 damage the next time the sidekick hits it with an attack roll.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I'm targeting Paratos with my next action.
Okay. one creature of your choice.
I'm gonna make Paratos attack the dragon.
I see. Okay. So Paratos needs to roll a wisdom save, Ed, if you would. That's a failure.
But why
How
is
much
this
damage does he
dog
take?
damn?
Roll the 4d4 psychic damage, please.
I shall do so.
Ed, Katagarsh just gave your dog rabies for a minute. 9 damage.
Oh, you're rolling it. Okay. Yeah, 9 damage. 9 damage. 9 damage.
Oh, sorry, 12 damage. Yeah. What are you rolling that damage for, Ed? Get that out of here. 12 damage. Okay. All right, now make your attack roll. 15. That's a miss. You gave your dog. You gave the dog rabies for nothing.
Imagine mentally projecting rabies to someone's dog.
I was trying to give Paratos the win.
All right.
Then that's
Edwin,
my
you're
bonus-
muted.
All right. Myron.
That's my bonus action. I'm not done.
Oh, he's not done.
Edwin, if
Don't
you're
you- don't you
talking,
rush me.
you're muted because I could hear you across the apartment.
I'm gonna drink a potion of severe healing.
Okay.
Which I did not write down how much health that gives me. God damn it. D&D potion of superior healing. 8d4 plus 8. Oops. 31 health back.
Okay. Add that to yourself. And then, is there anything else?
I'm gonna move. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna try to hop up onto this, climb up onto this roof here. How high up would you say speed of this roof for me to jump up there?
It's like 15 feet.
Okay. So I have the movement to get up there then. Do I have to roll anything to get up there?
Does your goat leg say anything about that?
You should have an increased jump, if I remember correctly.
I mean, I can roll a d8 to add to my jumping.
All right, what's your strength mod?
My strength mod is currently +1.
Yeah, you can make a high jump. You leap into the air number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength mod. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So, what's your strength mod again?
+1.
So you can move 4. You can jump 4 feet. But with Morphle Jump, you can roll a d8 and then add the number rolled.
Still slightly short. That'd be 12 feet.
Yep. This man rolled.
Well, I used. Let's see, 45.
You rolled an 8. You didn't roll a d8.
Oh. It's not enough, regardless, even at maximum.
Okay.
But 45 minus 15. I still have 30 feet of movement. Can I just climb up there?
Do you have a climbing speed?
How do you get a climbing speed?
Racials and classes.
Then no.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check then. All right. Nice. You're up there.
Cool. All right, that'll be my turn. Perched up in the roof.
Okay. Myron. Initiative count 20. Your extra friends arrive as reinforcement, charge into the city alongside the next wave of units.
Oh.
I will go for some attacks on the dragon.
Okay. That's a hit.
For 10 slashing.
All right, Flare, how do you kill this dragon?
The dragon, like, staring down Paratos, who's, like, suffering from rabies. The part that Paratos had previously bit erupts into blood as the dragon's, like, head falls down in front of the rabies up dog.
Okay.
Are you making it look like my dog fucking you are already dead at a dragon?
Not on purpose, but that is what happened.
He is invisible, so
Oh my god.
Paratos gets the credit anyway. Paratos the Dragon Slayer.
MVP.
MVP.
and with
Is
that,
that it?
combat is over, and your soldiers begin to charge into the city and begin to attack everyone in sight.
Including civilians?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I sure love the young people. Elenian soldiers. How many times have I teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah. Your extra characters lead the forces into the city and begin to make their way, catching the defenses of Marathon slightly off guard because of the horn being blown. But you do not see Corinth at the end of this wave as they come rushing into the field.
Oh. At this point, I'm just trying to wrangle my rabies hound.
I'll come back. I mean, it's
you-
over.
listen-
That effect isn't concentration. He's good.
Yeah, he's fine now.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, my dog just went rabid.
I'm
Being
good dark
near
vision.
being near the Invisible Man probably soothed him because of the aura protection.
Very true.
Very true. So true.
So true.
So as soon as
Looking
the
outside-
Invisible Man
Oh.
killed the dragon, then like the fucking aura piece overcame Paratos.
Can I see that mist?
You do see a body laying outside the gates of the city.
I'm gonna rush out to it.
Oh, fuck.
I'm immediately gonna check for a pulse.
There is none.
I'm gonna check for any obvious wounds or causes of death.
You see a knife wound in his back.
Traitorous scum.
Looking over the blade, go ahead and give me a history check, will you?
How cold is the
23.
body?
He had to have just died. He was alive earlier.
The blade in his back is red. And you have not seen anything like this blade before, except for some stories you've heard of blades belonging to ancient mages that when a individual is killed by them, is unable to be resurrected only by the strongest of magic.
Who's that over there hiding in the corner?
You catch a glimpse of a figure having run off into the woods at the last moment after you finish looking at the body.
I'm gonna completely abandon the siege,
As soon
and
as
I'm gonna go after the figure.
and you look around, you notice that Virginia has not also been spotted either.
Oh, fuck.
That traitorous. It may be for naught, but I'm going to make an attempt to. I'm literally just gonna say screw it to the siege, and I'm gonna make an attempt to go after her. See if I can't follow her tracks.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival or perception, your choice.
Okay. I don't know which I have higher in. Let's take a look.
Speak with dead, huh? Okay. Sure.
Mhm.
Do you want to stick
Yeah.
around? Do you want to stick around for that categories, or do you just go off?
No, I'm charging. I'm charging off after
Okay.
second I saw her.
Seeing
With a
him
six.
bolt, I'm sending Paratos with Categoris. I'm going to come out to see what the fuck happened. So, Miss, can you drag Paratos
Ye-
over with him?
Yeah, Myron as well. God.
Along the way, can Paratos kind of like try to get a stench off the blade to lead them?
There is no stench on the blade. It seems clean.
Whack. Okay.
6 perception.
6 perception. You wander around in the woods for a bit. You thought you had them, but you find nothing.
Wait, but if the dog's chasing after, could the dog do a help action for Ryan?
He's too far. Katagar's charged off way too fast for Paratos, but he's way ahead of him. So the check would have already been made by the point that Paratos could have caught up to him.
He's not wrong.
My lord. My lord.
Regina was from. Regina was from where again? She was from that one city-state. She was from.
She was from
Faulties, right?
Faulties over here, which
Yeah,
you guys,
Faulties
which
over
you
here.
chose not to help.
Gotcha.
Fuck.
The city was sacked and destroyed, and she lost all but one of her children in the siege.
We can go back to the story map now. Katagarsa comes stumbling out of the woods, and it's like, that Faultian traitor. If her city wasn't already razed, I would sure be razed myself.
Who are you referring to? Because it just feels like you're throwing accusations about.
I saw her myself, hiding in the shadows, Virginia.
That could have been anyone.
I got a clear
My
look
lord.
at her. She ran the second I noticed her.
My lord, did you catch who did this to you?
All right, question 1. All right, what was the question?
Who did this to you, my lord?
I did not see. I forgot to say. Yeah, as you cast the spell, the body begins to float somewhat, and energy glows from their eyes and mouth. The body regards you lifelessly, and it then proceeds to say that first. Answer that first question.
How should we report of your death? Sorry.
The body does not answer that question.
Shit.
What do you want us to do?
The body does not answer that question.
Do you at least have a next in line for command?
Carinus, Agena.
Veritas?
We have one more
Can you
question.
jot those names? Can you jot those names down?
Carinus is the prince of Agamemnon that you have been working with, and then Agena is, of course, the lady that you fought with. Seeing you guys having not been around, Agena will eventually catch up once you ask your last question.
Isn't she also from a Faulties?
No, she's a mercenary. She just kind of wanders around. She's never really said where she's from.
Am I?
Wow, this sucks.
How can I? How can I honor your memory, your body?
The body does not answer that question. The light drains from the body and floats back to the ground, as if nothing, as a corpse once more. You can assume with the questions that you asked him and those particular questions that Corinth never really thought much of his death. He never expected to die so soon. Never considered much writing of a will. There was too much going on to consider. And as the body floats back to the ground, Agena, coming out covered in blood from fighting several individuals, comes rushing out with Traces. What's going on out here?
My lord has been assassinated.
Traces approaches behind her. What? By whom? Who would do such a foul deed?
I caught a glimpse of Virginia as I approached his body. She ran the second I saw her. Considering she's supposed to be our ally fighting Marathon, I see no other reason she would need to flee from a comrade. Unless she was somehow responsible for this.
You watch as Agena just drops her sword and shield immediately, walks over to Corinth's body, gets down on her knees, picks his head up, and just starts to cry.
On this day, they only killed a man. The war is far from over.
You're correct. We have to fight through the rest of Marathon and the Cephalophonians, so we can make our way to the ruins of Ephaltes and salt the earth there.
On this
Yet
day,
again-
Regina.
Yet again, I think
you are-
you're. Yet again, I think we need more evidence than just what you saw in the dark of the night.
Traces looks to you. Whatever it is, know that whoever killed this man, I will see them brought to justice.
Exactly.
Corinth didn't have much of a will,
He
but
he
he
had
trusted
he had no
Caranus and
children.
Regina.
He has no immediate family.
There's no heir, only next in command. Caranus, Agena. In this time, things are left to you.
Agena does not respond. She just continues to cry. She's not like snot and all that coming out. She's just silently weeping with Corinth's head on her lap.
The question of where leadership lies after Corinth's death can be saved for later. We do not need to settle such things right now. I'm sure many of us amongst the nobility will have an opinion on the matter at a more appropriate time.
It's at this that you guys can, in the distance, catch a glimpse of a no marching army approaching the gates, with Caranus leading them at the front. And with that, he points his spear forward, and you see the men charge into the city, running past you guys. After about several dozen men run past you, Caranus approaches you all. Why are we all standing outside the gates? Shouldn't we be attacking the city?
They
And then eventually he looks down and looks at and sees Agena. By the gods.
Myron
Fuck.
silently nods and then joins the soldiers rushing in.
What happened?
Well,
Why-
clearly, Corinth here was assassinated by someone within the midst of our group. Whoever it is a bit unknown, but we're going to need to figure that out so that we don't have any other similar situations like this in the future.
Despite their
Why has he not
obscurity
been
in their
resurrected?
speech, we do have a suspect.
Why has no
I
cast a
I
revival
tried.
spell?
I tried. I can't.
Why not?
ancient magician's blade, stabbed it right into his back. I'll hold up the knife.
This is an actual item, so if anyone wants to add this to their inventory, they are free to do so.
Oh.
Do you want to show it to us?
Wow, that's a scary dagger. Holy shit.
Oh,
If it's available for us to see, I can't see it.
3d12 necrotic damage.
I kind of want it because I shit burst damage off melee attacks. Do I have any objections?
I haven't even seen it yet. Oh, here it is. Forged by Red Wizard using secret. You hit the creature.
No.
It's as like
This is just
It's-
this is just how the description of the weapon. This lore is not accurate to my setting. This is Forgotten Realms lore. Just so ignore most of the
Something-
lore
something comes to Tyrene's mind as Katagaris throws accusations, and Tyrene looks to Bonus and looks to Thonus and Bala.
Can I help you? Trying to.
You don't think it could have been that being that we saw at temple? Do you?
Oh.
Wait, who does
Yelled at
Like-
I think, yeah,
talks to
the people
Me
who were
and-
there. Yeah.
well
That took a second to
Bala
sink
didn't
in.
stay in the temple. She left. It was Katagar. So,
Yeah.
not sorry, Lady
Yeah.
Ariana that was there. With-
Yeah.
Looks
Looks
not
to
curling around the
Thonus.
circle.
Yeah, looks to Thonus. You don't think it could have been?
That's the god of like what? Entropy, sowing chaos.
That is the god
He's-
of the void.
He's like one of the oldest gods in the setting.
He is one of the three progenitors. One of the three beings that was created supposedly at the beginning of time.
Is that something that would he be motivated to do something like this?
What you all know is that this war is a war that the gods, while supporting both sides of the war with their own powers, have been forbidden from actively engaging in the war directly themselves.
Oh, but
Okay, but does anyone have any
Yeah.
actual say over Yaldabaoth?
yeah, Yaldabaoth is
He's a progenitor.
He's a progenitor, and what's more, one of the voids, one that's been erased. If there's a god who could ignore such stakes,
Is this a whispered conversation?
I don't imagine so.
Then
Yeah.
Kairos like, perhaps we should instead investigate. The woman I saw near his corpse, with a known reason to resent Corinth over assuming divine intervention assassinated our combat leader.
And so at this point, that
That's
Karen
the
speaks
exact-
up. It's not time for investigation right now. We can mourn Corinth and look into this once we have won Marathon. Agena, I know you are distraught. I will assume command for the time being. Take his body and get somewhere safe. I will lead the forces to taking the city. Any of you all who wish to join me, I will see you inside. And with that, Karanus heads inside with his bodyguards.
Iron's trying to enter.
Tracis will help Agena lift up Corinth's body, and they'll take him over to a nearby cart and take him over to a nearby encampment in the woods where they were camped out until the city's been taken. So, do you guys want to continue investigating now and talking about this now, or do you want to wait until the city's been taken?
Wait until the city's been taken.
Yeah, wait till season
Yeah,
one.
I'm.
Yeah.
That seems
Corinth didn't
best.
put stock into his own death. We need to, but he did have he did come here with a goal.
Yeah, it's better off to finish the battle first before the rumors or the actual message of Corinth's death kind of goes
Okay,
throughout
Karen, I just want to mention
the
one more
rest of the
thing
troops.
before heading into the city. Keep words of Corinth's death to just us. We do not need. Should word of his death get into the men, morale will drop. We need to wait until we have truly assessed the situation before we tell the men of what has happened to Corinth. And with that, then he goes into the city.
That's all the answer I need, I suppose.
All right.
I mean, it's the most logical course of action for that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Over the next
Just some-
2 hours, the city erupts into chaos. Some dragons try to descend upon the city and attack, but due to their whatever reason you might think of, whether it's vanity for their city, their compassion for the inhabitants, the dragons do not unleash their full force upon the fighting inside the city, and as the city would erupt into destruction should the dragons begin to descend upon the city with all their might.
And I would also assume as well that whatever ones actually would try to come down to help, due to just there was a lack of inaction from other ones, they would just be killed, which then would further
Yes, the
cement
younger dragons, like that
actually
emerald one
helping out.
Yeah, like that emerald one you killed. The younger dragons trying to either reach glory, get revenge, or whatnot, try to take part in the battle, but are either defeated or forced to retreat due to the chaos and strength of your side. And eventually, by the 4th hour, Marathon surrenders to your forces. Commander Cleomenes is nowhere to be seen in the city. Following a trail, it seems as though he fled from the city and has not been seen since the city began under attack. It would seem he was a coward.
Fucking course.
However, one of the main leaders of the city-state of Marathon does meet you all outside of the southern gate where you were. I'm just gonna move Corinth out of the way for a second. An ancient dragon, and actually, the supposed parental figure of Stateria. As Stateria is quick to acknowledge his existence once he comes to surrender the city to you all. This large, ancient, amethyst dragon, which is few of their kind, kneels before you all. Even though he is quite large, his head stands below as much as he can below your waist. I am Asdea. I represent the dragons of this great city, and I have come to surrender it to you. Cleomenes was a fool who acted against our wishes, and we wish to surrender.
Putting the blame on Cleomenes, I see. I don't remember Cleomenes forcing your kind to scorch our minds and burn us flesh with your breath.
It is true, some of those within our higher ranks committed themselves to Cleomenes' cause due to his charisma. But the coward fled with much of our treasury, and we believe that it is best to surrender to save our few remaining dragon lives. You have already slain several. Where there was once 50 dragons, now there is only 46. And I wish to spare more, if possible.
What are the dragons willing to do for the Elenian people going forward to show us that you're not just going to bide your time before stabbing us in the back again.
We will bring down the full might of our forces upon the Tessaphonians. I shall mount several ancient dragons and myself and fly out towards the Tessaphonian supply line and burn it from behind, forcing them to either move up to Marathon to attack or retreat and be destroyed. From there, I will leave the rest to you. All I ask is that you spare Marathon your might and destruction, and spare my people.
The people had little to do with the choices made. I'm inclined to agree. Does my ring do anything that would object to that call?
It does not.
Okay.
Carinus begins to nod, and as Aegina is still mourning Corinth, also nods. I believe I believe that's what's best for the Marathon and for the greater good until the Tessaphonians have been dealt with.
I turn to Aegina, and I go, the culprit is still in the air. How do we know truly that it was not those standing before us right now who struck our friend down?
We did not know of your attack. Had we been prepared for your attack, we would have readied our defenses and stopped you from throwing open our gates. If you think we had the foresight to catch and assassinate one of your leaders, you would be mistaken. Hey, Catigars.
Yes.
You think to yourself, how does this guy know that? It's been meant to keep within your group. How does he know Corinth is dead?
How did you know I was referring to our leader Corinth,
I have spies and agents within my own city. One of my men caught a glimpse of your dead commander.
Spies and agents all throughout your city. Could I not assume you also have spies and agents that can get, I don't know, right outside the front gate of our city?
You could assume so, but I assure you, to have that foresight to equip them with the weapons necessary to kill Corinth, as he was a mighty warrior, would have been quite the toll.
Does anybody have Zone of Truth?
Would like the real thing that I'm wondering is, would that really would that really be a toll, given the fact that we are referring to a country that's more ruled by well, powerful dragons? I would assume you or others within your group or others like it would have a substantial horde, or at least have a long-winded lifespan to, of course, have the resources available for such weaponry.
I assure you, most of our treasury was stolen when Cleomenes fled from the city. What magical weapons and artifacts we possess do not exist in the city anymore.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that was already handed out to a agent beforehand.
As I said, if we had known that Cleomenes was going to attack from this gate, do you not think we would have assassinated him before he had charged our gates?
Perhaps you didn't know we were going to charge your gates. Perhaps you didn't know we were going to attack. Perhaps that assassin was sent by you long before this attack even happened, has been stalking our leader, waiting for an opportunity for who knows how long.
Or the assassin saw its opportunity after a horn was blown.
Yes.
I do believe the mass horde of troops around our leader was not reduced any amount by the horn being blown.
If there's some
It was
way
satisfying, however.
If there's a way I can show to you that I am speaking the truth, you may cast any spells that you so desire. Or if I can prove myself in any other way that I am speaking the truth, let me know.
The spy, could you bring them forward?
Very well.
to give a more detailed report?
I
do
will need
actually
to
like that
send for
idea.
a servant to acquire them, unless you are willing to let me go and get them.
Whatever, whatever is necessary. Like us getting that agent for a more valuable piece of evidence, because right now we really don't have too much other than accusations.
Very well.
Accusations, and of course,
Stateria,
a
come
weapon.
forth. And with that, she like comes forth without even like a moment of hesitation, and he, with his head still kneeled down, he's still like kowtowing to you all. You know, as best he can as a huge ancient dragon. He begins to speak to her in a whispered hush as best he can to her, and she nods and begins to fly off into the city. I have sent your allies to Teria to go acquire the spy and bring them back.
Why are they so far away if they were able to see or be available from here?
This was hours ago during the battle. They fled upon seeing your forces take more of the gates. And eventually, after about a half hour, Stateria comes back holding a old man, about somewhere maybe around like 70 in age, and puts him on the floor here. There you are, my spy. He is
Keen
but
eyes
a,
for
he
such
is
an
but a
old-timer.
commoner within the city, but he still reports to me nonetheless.
Did you see anyone with the man who was killed in front of the gates of the city?
Yes, I did. You see, my mother was a sun elf. I was blessed with a great vision. I could see into the darkness better than most.
Describe this person that you saw.
This woman, well built, small frame, black hair. She had a red dagger in her hands.
Anything else in terms of attire?
Small pieces of armor, carrying the colors of Fultes, I believe.
Well, I do believe this has been productive.
A little more than before, but there's also just the fact that is that considering the fact that right now we are a coalition of or I should say this is a coalition of nations and peoples, it's very easy to acquire a set of armor or, well, clothing from another group.
What
We
more do
aren't
you
well.
need?
I mean-
He corroborates it looked like Virginia. I directly saw Virginia. Our 2 counts corroborate. What makes you hold out? Where is this doubt coming from?
The doubt just comes more or less from the fact that, well, yet again, we are filled with a massive group that already had betrayal beforehand, in which, given how a bunch of things are, is to put it like this, it could be anyone given from the fact of betrayal, and also you were very gung ho about, of course, saying who it is, and well, of course, my experiences with you are very much the opportunistic type.
Lord Corinth is my leader. I followed him into this war. Whatever opinions you have of my personal character does not reflect on the fact that I simply want revenge for the man I chose to follow into death.
Yes, but that man is dead now. What shall you follow?
I'm going to continue the cause he was living for. When I'm done here, Marathon will be free. The Ceciphonians will be pushed out. And he'll be able to rest beneath his soil knowing that this assassin from Ephaltes was not successful in preventing his dream from coming true. I've heard enough to know exactly who I need to go after to avenge his death. Doubt it all you like, but it's not because of my moral failings.
May I speak? The great dragon asked once more.
Go right ahead.
What does this mean that my city will remain untouched?
We won't pillage it if that's what you mean.
You're going to have to ask Karanus that, because as far as what I'm aware of, he's the new commander. We're just more of the upper echelon in this group here, more or less. What would be the
I think
best
the
way
word
to
you're looking
say?
for is force. Upper echelon of this force.
Well, like
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Semantics. Don't worry about it. My bad. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry.
Like we're important, but we aren't leadership. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
We're vanguards. We're spearheads.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Karenus,
Gotcha. My
Karenus
bad.
looks to him.
Sorry.
I see no reason why we should not just accept his hand in ending this war, so long as he promises to destroy the Tessifonian supply line and force them to retreat or attack. We can bring this war to an end. I see no reason to not call upon these dragons.
Yes. If we're able to end it quickly and we're both able to shake hands on it, then that's perfectly fine. Then a good, well, honest deal.
With that, the dragon stops kowtowing, stands up, and begins to tower over you all. My thanks, humanoids. I shall inform the other ancient dragons of what is to be done. We shall fly out within the next 3 days, allowing you time to rest, recover, mourn. Upon those 3 days, we must ready ourselves to end this war, to keep the Elenian region free from any foreign invaders. With that, he unfurls his great wings and begins to flap them and then take off the ground, and begins to fly up towards one of the three great spires of Marathon.
Wow. Well, that didn't go according to fucking plan. Jesus.
The spy of his just goes running back into the city as quick as he can.
He's just a poor old man.
I'm gonna turn to Karanus and Aegina. Be like, now we should discuss. Now, once we get back home, I would like to discuss with the two of you the imbalance of this alliance now.
Well, Marathon is going to be our new forward base to deal with the Tessifonians, so we can speak inside the city if you desire.
Very well. Better than out here in this.
Stateria then approaches the group. So that's my parental figure. I hope he wasn't too much of an
That's
issue.
my dad.
Did I
He doesn't like
hear
it when I
that?
refer to him as father.
I
Did
said
I-
it out loud. There wasn't
Okay.
whispered.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to say like what were you referring to by the balance, like now the balance of power is being a bit kind of offset now, or should I say?
Fala, I appreciate your contributions to this alliance. You're a skilled fighter and an honored ally in this group, but you're not a Lenian, and this is an Elenian matter.
I see the racism starts to show up now.
My race is not a
Stateria, looks
Lenian
around.
either.
What's racism?
How do we explain to the baby about racism?
I think that's where
point,
we'll
just
end
with,
this.
like-
I think it's a good point to end the session on.
Just fingers on temples. I'm just going to plop under this tree and start writing an account of the battle. I will be keeping out the fact that Corinth is dead.
It's not racism, it's xenophobia.
Same thing.
At the start of next session, you'll have 3 days of rest to ready yourself for the Tessifonians. So, next
Full
time,
time.
ready yourselves for the coming battle, as we are getting closer to as we are now at the halfway point of the camp. We are one session away from the halfway point.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
As Marathon is finally under your control. For now.
It was that easy, guys.